events. Bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for Fireworks Fridays, Souvenir Saturdays, Sunday Family Fun Days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
Problem gambling affects more than the gambler. It affects spouses, children, extended family members, and friends. If you are a loved one who's struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 476-2300.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready all season. You were so excited until one bad rain that is all ruined. Don't risk a flooded basement and countless dollars in damages when it can be avoided. Call on Henry's today for a free pump estimate for your home.
435-5555, John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in May. Try their pesto cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink go to the Teammates Mentoring Program. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe. Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Scattered thunderstorms a possibility today. It will be another warm one. We'll top out at around 87. South winds a little strong, gusting over 20 at times. Slight chance of thunderstorms tonight with a low of 65. More chances of thunderstorms tomorrow and remaining warm with a high of 87. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality service we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlink.com.
Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Husker football national champion, speak Aaron Davis.
And the championship. Corners beat Miami. It is history. 13-0. And bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Thursday. Does
it feel like a Thursday for you, Raff?
Now it feels like a Thursday.
Good.
I'm locked.
We're back on track.
I'm locked in.
He's back. As long as Raff is locked in, we're ready to go.
Everything's good in the world tonight.
You know, I keep thinking about the monitors too. We got what channel now are we?
951.
951 on Allo. Check us out. We're on there. We had a very funny situation we caught there on the air yesterday when Nick thought a scratch and sniff was a car freshener. And
but once you said stickers, I was like, okay, I remember hearing about that old tale.
You know what he said? Hear it, an old tale.
Yeah, no, I remember the legend.
The old wise tale.
That was one of the things we said around the campfire.
Back in my day,
folks, back in the good old days, we used to scratch and sniff stickers.
Nick sounds like a drug addiction. If you
Now-
ask me,
Those were the days.
And now when I go to Walmart to buy a car freshener so that I can smell it before I buy it, you scratch the package of the car freshener and you can smell the car freshener.
I've never found a car freshener.
Well,
I never remember. I don't. Yeah.
You guys need to get out more.
But
No, I
those,
just use
those
one. It's a little bottle. You just spray it in your car.
A bottle?
Yeah, they have them in bottles.
I didn't know they had bottles.
You got the ones that hang in your mirror too.
I've gone through the entire car freshener market because I used to have the ones like the vent clips, but then
Oh, yeah.
even the vent clips I'll put on the lowest setting so that they don't run out quick, and still by a week they're gone. And so it's like I'm paying $3.95 for price per freshen. But it's like you're paying $3.95 or $4 per clip. And it's like those little trees, they last forever.
Is that PPF?
I don't know. I don't know if freshen would be the right word.
Well,
Per
I think
something.
air fresheners are a lot like chapstick. I mean, they don't want to cure
Okay.
everything because they want you to come back and buy more. So
Well, see,
you
the
give you a
thing
week,
is if
go
if-
get some more.
If you do a good job at freshening the air in your vehicle, then I'm more apt to go, you know what, this one actually worked really well, and I'm going to make it a priority to go back and buy that same exact one.
Yeah.
So,
Nick,
price per sniff?
Which PPS?
Somebody says, Nick, quit farting in your car. No, it's just, just normal. I got in this morning. It rained last night. It was a little musty. But thankfully, I didn't smell the musty because I got a nice little tree. Nice little blue tree with that new car smell.
That works.
Yeah. So
just yesterday, Raff, what's that?
Just keep telling you, scratch and sniff. He's got the guy itching his neck.
Just yesterday, we were talking about helmets and motorcycles and stuff on the spillover at SIP. We brought it up here. Just yesterday, which I thought was ironic when you just showed me this, Nick, and I looked it up while we were in the break over there. Nebraska lawmakers Wednesday morning gave final approval to pass to a bill that will repeal the state's motorcycle helmet law. One signed by Governor Jim Pillen, the bill will allow anyone over age of 21 to ride without a helmet once they complete a safety course.
I'm free, free falling. I don't know.
I never understand why he shivers.
Yeah, do you
when
get
he
like
sings?
Because I sing it with my
It's
whole
like
body.
your spine gets so tense.
You
You
go
you're
like-
trying to move.
you go like
no,
this.
your
I sing-
entire
I sing with
shoulders
my-
are shaking.
because it's
like, come on, Raff, loosen
I
up.
got chills or thrills or chills or I don't know. I just bring my whole body.
I
into
am gonna clip the part where he said free, where he sang free because it was so choppy.
It was not
and
free.
It
sounded
was
like he was. It
free.
sounded like he was in prison.
Yeah, it sounded like
Free.
you had gotten shot with an arrow and you were saying your final words.
Yeah.
I guess if you want to ride without a helmet, hey, all the power to you. Go get it.
Go get it.
My thing is this, man, with it, and I may piss some folks off and others may be in support, but to me, if I'm riding a motorcycle, man, if I have nothing, if there's one slight hit, man, and the head is exposed, the body's already exposed with a helmet, but to each their own, man.
Yep.
To each their own. I guess. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, just be careful. I even saw
Hey, Elsie's dad says, first bullet point in the safety course, wear a helmet, you knuckleheads.
I just saw one yesterday. Like, wasn't there an accident just yesterday with a vehicle and motorcycle, I believe? And so I don't like in Lincoln. I might be wrong on that. I thought I got a notification that there was a vehicle and motorcycle accident. I don't know. It's just like it's scary because we know that there's a lot of really good and disciplined motorcycle drivers out there.
Yeah.
And as we said yesterday, there's a lot of bad ones as well,
Yeah.
or irresponsible. Maybe that's the better way to put it. Irresponsible motorcycle drivers that don't always make the best decisions.
Well, I'm sure,
that maybe sometimes,
A bunch
Chase-
of motorcycle riders too. They can ride without a helmet. I know they're good enough if they can ride without the helmet, but the problem is those unexpected or the cars out there that are not good drivers.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the motorcycle driver.
So it's not so much as the driver. I think a lot of years the motorcycle driver has been like, why can't we ride without a helmet? I'm a good enough rider. But the problem is you don't know who's going to pull out in front of you, and then you're like, oh, maybe I should wear a helmet.
Yeah, this is the. Go ahead. I knew you were going to read that same one.
Chase B says, with being a volunteer on a volunteer fire department near the interstate, I've seen a handful of motorcyclists smack off the pavement with no helmet. Please wear helmets.
Scary, scary stuff.
Kyle W says, "Amen." Nebraska like to pass the dumbest laws.
Dang.
Oh man, Keith Tenney, I like to scratch and sniff.
See, I can't have PPS though because price per sip.
Sip, yeah.
And so it can't be price per sniff. Sniff, not snip.
Pecan pie. We're always going to read yours, brother. We're always going to read your text, man. Thanks for sending them in. Yeah. Thomas Lincoln said, "Head versus metal. Metal wins all the time. My thumb lost to 2 boxes."
Jeez.
Oh man. Well, Ron brings up a good point.
Yeah.
And why should anyone have to wear a seatbelt? And you know what? I'm with him. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Ron, probably the most powerful logic with or against it is kind of like if you're going to force people to wear a seatbelt because it does.
Yeah.
I mean, my dad for years growing up, my dad would not wear a seatbelt. And my mom finally told him, she called him Daddy. She goes, "Daddy, you're in the pulpit telling people to be safe, and here you, the pastor, ain't wearing a seatbelt." He goes, "Yeah, I guess you're right."
Yeah.
And from that point on, I think I was about 9 or 10 years old. My dad never got in a car without a seatbelt.
Is that a secondary violation, or is that?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, they have the whole click it or ticket campaign, right?
They have to be doing something
But
wrong.
I think they have to, like, they might spot it out.
Yeah.
And I don't know, because I know there's been a lot of like, we're going to crack down on, because like texting and driving is a secondary offense, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, is it?
I know there's been a lot of changes recently. So
Ron says, "I'll wear mine for sure." I'm with you, man. I would do not.
I think I've got to the point too where I'm old enough now where I'm just like,
it's automatic.
If you don't want to wear a seatbelt, don't wear a seatbelt. That's you. I mean, that's at the end of the day. I mean, that's you. That's your decision.
And the thing about it, logic and common sense is not very common anymore, though.
Yeah.
It's not, because you look at the reports, and I know Chase B could chime into this because he sees it unfortunately too much. The number of accidents, fatalities that would be reduced if people simply clicked a seatbelt that takes a second to do, but yet they're thrown out of windshields. It's just, I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to go to the rabbit hole too much, but it's just logic. I just don't understand it, man. Wear a seatbelt.
I also just get annoyed with the beeping.
Yeah,
let's be real. The beeping is so annoying in there. It's just ding, 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 and you're like, okay.
Well, you know what they got now? A little thing that you can put in your seatbelt so it's not clipped, but so if you're gonna take that long,
way.
Yeah.
What now?
No way.
They have,
Come on.
okay,
If you just hold it in there long enough, if you don't click it.
Oh no, they have. So now, back in the days, if you clicked it and then pulled it out, then it wouldn't beep no more.
Mhm.
But now they got these things that are just like the seatbelt. So you just click that in, and then you're not wearing your seatbelt. It's just the click part.
If you have to go that far measures,
why not
to wear
just click
seatbelt? Why not just click the doggone seatbelt?
So here's an interesting side that I didn't think about. Bones, and obviously since I just haven't rode a motorcycle, right? A lot of experienced motorcycle riders will tell you if they do not wear a helmet, it is more of the reason of being able to see around you without the restriction of a helmet. I haven't thought about that. I don't know how accurate that is, obviously, because I have not like an experience. I don't ride motorcycles.
Or you get hit because you're trying to see without a helmet, and then you're dead.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
I get it. Taylor Tanner says, "Raff, the libertarian." We don't talk politics, but folks,
Raff, you should run for office.
You're not far off, but that's got to be in
Mayor
Raff's stance
Raff.
on things.
I've just got to the point now
we
where
hear from Mayor Raff or Governor Raff, whichever one you don't want. I don't care. That just Raff comes out and is like, "It's time for Raff's Good Take" every morning. It's
time
every morning,
for
8 a.m.
for
the city of Lincoln
for political run.
For political run, and every day you're in office, it's just you stand out on the front of whether it's the Capitol or the governor's mansion, whichever one you want to run for.
Big old speakers on the truck.
Just big giant speakers, and it's time for Raff's Good Take. And then you just publicly declare Raff's Good Take to the city of Lincoln every day.
Yeah. No.
Well,
so
it's without going down a rabbit hole, read a few more. Unknown texture says, "Why seatbelts?" I can't believe we're going back to this thinking. Look to the catastrophic damages when seatbelts are not worn. It is rare for insurance to cover all the bills at the hospital. This cost is spread to the rest of us. It's true, man.
Yeah.
It's true. Downtown Scott says, "I know people that modify their vehicles to make it not chime when the seatbelt isn't buckled."
Yep.
Oh, amen, Travis and Lincoln. Imagine this. You can respect each other's viewpoint. Wow. Best thing about wearing or not wearing a seatbelt is it's not a political argument.
You know what's crazy, man?
Amen, Travis.
I'll say this, and we'll segue into something else. This country has become so so callous, so mad, so unaccepting to other viewpoints to simply say, I might not agree with you, but I can respect you as another human being.
Yep.
We have just lost, I don't know, man's inhumanity towards humanity. And that saying goes back a long time ago. Man's inhumanity towards humanity. It's nuts. That's why we talk sports, man.
The whole agree to disagree thing, respectfully, is just out the window.
Yeah. Heck
Out
yeah,
the
it's
window.
out the window.
Because like part of that's just, I mean, people, but nobody can ever agree to disagree and be like, all right, yeah, but at the end of the day, here we are.
What isn't out the window is Casey Tomananga.
Casey's back.
Tomananga is
Casey's
coming
back.
back. We're going to talk about
back.
Casey
Back
Tomananga.
again.
Oh, I like that. Sing it. Go ahead.
Casey's back. Casey's back. Casey's back. Casey's back. Do do do.
I like that.
Do.
Raff, you
I
sing it. Let me see you sing it,
I
Raff.
should try to find that song.
Raff, okay, Raff, keep it in the phone booth.
Keep it in the phone booth. Don't
Okay.
shiver.
Now sing it again.
You're
There.
not in Antarctica. Casey's back. Casey's back. Casey's back. Casey's back. Do 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 do.
There you go, Raff. Keep it in the phone booth.
I got to try to get that song in the next break.
We got to get that.
Because Casey's back.
Folks, we're going to talk about Casey Tomananga coming back to Nebraska with NBA. We have NFL, and we have these crazy folks talking NIL. It's kind of political, but
That's
it kind of
still around?
shows you why the NCAA is soon to become archaic, which they already are, but even more after you hear what we got to go on. Message from our sponsors and our teammates. You got Nick in the house, Raff and AD. It's a rainy Thursday morning. We hope you be safe out there. We'll be right back.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at Sandhills Jobs.
General contractors, business, property. The success of your business requires doing business with the right people. And the right people, when it comes to drywall, acoustical ceilings, and specialty products, are at Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all of the attention to detail and quality that you would expect from someone who's been in the business for 30 years. For your new builds, build-outs, or renovations, reach out to Kevin. Kevin at PremierDW.com. Premier Drywall in Lincoln.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and we are celebrating a record sales month in April, and we're going to let it roll and crank up in the month of May. We have some big discounts, special interest rates going on this month on selected new in-stock Sierras and Silverados. Buy a new Silverado or Sierra, get $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. You heard right, $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. We have outstanding specials on all of our new and pre-owned GM certified units. So stop on in and see us or check us out online at cobblecars.com. You'll be glad you did. New discount must trade in and finance with the roof credit.
Warm weather calls for fun in the sun and in the pool. If a backyard pool is in your summer plans, make electrical safety your priority. Visit les.com/safety to keep your family safe.
Celebrate the start of June in style with two great drinking events in Lincoln. First, this Friday, come down to Beer House's grand opening as they show off their expansion to double the size of their building. The party starts at 3 p.m. with live polka music starting at 7. And on Saturday, make plans to head on over to Sideshow Spirits and Cider for the first annual Nebraska Whiskey Carnival. Enjoy local Nebraska distilleries and their spirits, food vendors, and more. Event starts at 3 p.m. Buy your tickets ahead of time at SideshowSpirits.com.
Hi, I'm Barb Bettine, President and CEO of the Lincoln YMCA. On behalf of the Y, I want to thank you for voting us Lincoln's Choice for Best Youth Sports Programs, Best Youth Activity Programs, and Best Preschool. These categories represent so much of what we do at the Y, and we're honored to serve thousands of families in our community each and every day. Hey, with summer just around the corner, I invite you to stop in to one of our 4 branches and learn how the Y can be a part of your family. The Y Outdoor Pool open May 27th, and we can't wait to see you.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in May. Try their pesto cream cheese on any breakfast. And Karma Law, 10% of proceeds from that will go to the Teammates Mentoring Program. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Allo is here to give you the FYI. Are your shows buffering? We know why. Are your games lagging? Don't deny. Your work calls dropping? Here's the FYI. Your old school internet company can't keep up. They give it a try. Their network isn't enough. Don't get trapped in their gimmicks and lies. It's time to fiber your internet with Allo. Honest, local, and hassle-free is what we stand by. Experience Allo Internet. Visit allofiber.com/FYI.
It's May, and that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride. Summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to All Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for fireworks Fridays, souvenir Saturdays, Sunday family fun days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
Babe, pack your bags. We're going to Vegas.
Vegas?
We just got the estimate from the wedding caterer, and we're going to have to elope.
Actually, Members Owned Credit Union is offering no-fee home equity lines of credit. We can borrow what we need with equity from the house.
Wait, so we can keep the bacon wrap dates for the cocktail hour?
We can keep the bacon wrap dates. From wedding bells to trekking the globe and everything in between, capture your dreams your way with a no-fee Members Owned Credit Union home equity line of credit. Learn more at membersownedheloc.org. Limitations may apply. Equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Becky from Midwest Bank, and our team is here for you. From our friendly staff to our innovative products, banking and mobile app, all of our services are designed with you in mind. We'll help you open a checking account, apply for a loan, open a credit card, or start saving for the future. We do it all. We're your local community bank, a trusted partner that's here to serve you. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Babe, pack your bags. We're going to Vegas.
Vegas?
We just got the estimate from the wedding caterer, and we're going to have to elope.
Actually, Members Owned Credit Union is offering no-fee home equity lines of credit. We can borrow what we need with equity from the house.
Wait, so we can keep the bacon wrap dates for the cocktail hour?
We can keep the bacon wrap dates. From wedding bells to trekking the globe and everything in between, capture your dreams your way with a no-fee Members Owned Credit Union home equity line of credit. Learn more at membersownedheloc.org. Limitations may apply. Equal housing lender.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Chris Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. We are back, and we got a phone call.
We sure do. We have Bev, who's been waiting patiently. Bev, thanks for waiting. What's on your mind today?
Yeah, I wanted to remark about the seatbelts. Back in the olden days, I didn't wear one, and we were going down O Street, and my boyfriend had a Mustang, and the dashboard wasn't padded, and we rear-ended the car in front of us, and I hit the dashboard, broke off 5 teeth, had a hole in my chin. I hit the windshield with my head, and then so 50 years later, I had to get 6 teeth pulled because of the accident years ago. How the crowns don't last that long. So anyway, I had to get 6 teeth pulled, implants, and a bridge, and now $10,000 later, that's how much it's costing me right now.
50 years later.
Wow.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you don't think of stuff that might happen later, it's connected to. So anyway, I didn't wear a seatbelt that day, and I wish I would have.
Wow.
We had to go through all this. So,
Bev, first of all, thank you for the call. I'm sorry that you had to go through that even now, all these years later, and that just galvanizes the importance of taking a simple second, if that, to click it. All right.
Click it.
so I've worn a seatbelt ever since then, and my kids and everything. So
Yep.
I just wanted to, like you said, it's a choice, but there could be consequences. So,
Absolutely.
all right.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
Thank you
Bev.
so
Have a
much,
great
Bev.
day.
Have a great one, Bev. Take care. Thank you so much. Just
And then I'm reading too, like insurance companies are the same way. If you don't have your seatbelt on,
Oh, they're not covering it.
yeah, so
They're not covering it, man.
I say wear your seatbelt. It's easy. Doesn't restrict you all that much.
No.
I mean, it's not like you have like a lot of room to do activities anyway while you're driving. So might as well just put a seatbelt on.
Nick,
I think we got something here.
we got something.
Uh-oh.
And here we go.
Here we go.
Timeout left. Greasel looking for help. Tominaga. Tie game. It's on the push. Tominaga waits. 3. Up. Down. He wasn't even looking at the rim when it went through.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Who's back? Who?
Shady's back.
Who? Tell me who's
Casey's
back.
back.
Tell me
Raff back. Casey's back. Casey's back. Casey's back. Casey's back. Bangarang! Got it! I had to put a little Kent Pavelka in this song.
Casey's back. Tell a friend. Casey's back. Casey's back. There it is.
Casey Tominaga is back, folks.
I saw that announcement. I just thought Kent Pavelka was somewhere just going, Bangarang!
Yeah.
It is that's a huge win for Nebraska to get him back.
Yes.
Also see Nebraska offered a power forward out of North Carolina, an offer yesterday as well. There is what you laughing at, Nick?
Keith Tenney told me not going anywhere, baby. Let's go.
Let's go, Kenny. You guys, what does that mean? I want to get this from. I wanted to ask you guys this, and I was thinking about this last night. What does it mean for NU?
Well, okay, so right off the bat, Nebraska has gotten a couple good transfers in, right? I mean, obviously, and gotten a couple of recruits as well that they're excited about. Now they lose Derek Walker and Sam Griesel, but something that Keisei Tominaga brings to you and returns for Nebraska is not only like a spark plug, but just a dude that's fun to watch and keeps the fans so juiced up. Like, I will never forget that Maryland game when that picture of him like looking at the student section with this was taken.
Yeah.
After he hit one near the logo, and it was like, this guy. I wish he could, for his sake, I wish he could make NIL money. That man would cash in so much on NIL money, just because, like, number one, he's a really good dude.
Yeah,
he's a really nice guy. And then in addition, I mean, he's just so much fun to watch on the court. And there's a chance. I don't want to go out on I don't want to sound like an idiot when I say this, but there is a chance that if Nebraska plays the type of basketball that they played last season, Keisei Tominaga might be the guy to lead Nebraska to their an NCAA tournament.
You heard it here first. Mark it down.
And I am being 100% serious about that.
Yeah.
Just because when you see the pieces around him, and then you also see the type of production that Keisei Tominaga can deliver for you, both now offensively and defensively. We talked about yesterday. He's not necessarily a liability on defense anymore. And you had a little bit of emergence from Sam Hoiberg, and now you get Juwan Gary back. You have a little more of a traditional big in the guy from Bradley that I'm completely forgetting his name.
Rink?
Yes.
Rink Mast.
Rink Mast. Thank you. Rink Mast. You have he can shoot the three though.
Yeah.
You have, I mean, Blaze Cada. So I think when you look at maybe Nebraska's roster, they're not going to be a top 25 program, but I think they have the talent, and they play the type of basketball now where they can, sneak into the Big Ten tournament, or not Big Ten, NCAA tournament.
I like to getting him back just for the fact that it felt like last year he turned a corner. Like every once in a while he'd have a decent game where you'd be like, oh yeah, there's something there. But it just looked like last year at the end of the year, he got to the point where he was like, I can do this against anybody, anytime, any game I play in. So it'll be fun to see that confidence. I think Casey will definitely be a spark to the squad.
Adam.
Uh-oh.
What's the need for that?
Dang, Adam, that's
It's a Thursday.
Adam, in case you didn't know,
you don't have to call us names.
Adam, his name is Nick. I'm AD.
I thought it was
That's Rav.
I thought, not that word.
Casey.
I thought we said Casey.
Casey.
Did I say Casey?
Well, Casey, if we made a mistake, but dang, do we got
Toby Naga is back, Adam.
Just say Bangarang. Bangarang. Got it.
Adam, I wouldn't call you out of your name, homie. Come on, man.
Damn, dude. Damn. I mean, damn.
Adam was just calling us swear words.
I mean, dang, man.
Adam, I'm just going to say I love you anyway, man. Adam said
don't be hitting us with the ha. Come on, don't be hitting us with that, Adam.
Adam, I've been called worse, so I can take it, man. Believe me.
I mean, we don't really care.
We still love you, bro.
Yeah, no, we don't care. But
he said we
don't
good.
hit us with that. That's like when you send a text, you're like, I probably shouldn't have said that. You're just like, I was just joking.
You know what I like?
We good.
Yeah, no, Adam, we chill, man. Don't worry. I'm just messing.
You know, you know, like about Tominaga, man, is that you can tell when he plays basketball. It's kind of like that movie. Oh gosh, it's gotta hit me. It's gotta hit me.
Give me a character. Give me a character. Give me
Airbud.
The running movie.
Airbud.
That run Airbud.
Casey's like the golden retriever.
Chariots of Fire. It's Chariots of Fire. Chariots of Fire. There's a line in there, there's a quote in there. I could be misrepresenting it.
Where's the difference?
Where he says, "When I run, I feel God through me." It's something like that. I feel God through me. When Casey plays basketball, it's like that old saying, "A rising tide lifts all boats." I mean, he loves playing basketball. I mean, and I think Chase B said that he stopped watching basketball when they left to the Vanny, but he loves to go to games again because of Casey. You think about the way that he comes out and plays. He just plays free. He just loves it.
Yeah.
I mean, he loves basketball. He loves basketball like I love pecan pie.
And he
loves basketball like I love key lime pie.
He has this blend.
It's before noon, AD. I don't think you want to be doing that right now.
You know what I'm thinking about?
The breakfast sandwich that
Rico has no idea how much I about ganked him in that break room in there, man. And I said, AD, don't do it. But it was a sausage, egg, and cheese croissant or a biscuit. And I just smelled it, Raff. And I almost lost my. Remember that movie? You probably haven't seen it, man. But it's in Finding Nemo when the shark smells the blood. He goes, "Oh."
Keep swimming.
Fisher plants, not food.
Yeah, Fisher. Yeah. Dude, I smelled that. I was like, AD, fight it.
Hi,
Fight
my
it.
name's Bruce.
Hello, my name's Bruce. Hello, Bruce. Fish are friends, not for
I
food.
forgot he had an accent.
Yeah, man.
That's funny.
I used to attack my kids with a Bruce bear, and I would say, "Hello." They're like, "Oh no, Daddy, my name's Bruce, and I like little mixed kids."
Oh
All right.
Yum 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 yum.
Today is sports history. Coming up next.
Oh my God.
No, I will say, like, Toby Naga also plays. Let's get back on track. Toby Naga plays with like this mix of like the bleep talk, and just like
he brings some
tenacity
fire
and just like fun, right? Like there's the picture of him flipping somebody off in that against Penn State. It's just he's just got his middle finger out just against his thigh, and it's like, dang, this dude is secretly just flipping somebody off.
If you could make Ken Pavelka a basketball player, it's Casey Tominaga.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
So
he is,
gosh, it's fun though.
It's
friends,
you guys with him being here, man. I think it helps recruiting too.
Oh,
I think it helps recruiting, the whole nine. So Casey. Casey.
Adam, go get him. Go get him, Adam.
I deserve that.
He deserves it.
I deserve that.
Call him the name.
Casey.
Call him.
You know what? I'm just going to say call him KT.
or Tommy not going anywhere.
Oh man. Thomas and Lincoln says that tiny fish, the one for rehab and Finding Nemo, he ate the anglerfish at the end.
most annoying character.
Oh, no, we've lost it.
We're going crazy. The most annoying character in that movie is the girl with the fish, the braces and everything.
Yeah,
she could be thrown away off that movie.
Not Dory.
Not Dory.
No, the other one.
Oh, the
girl,
other one.
the girl with the braces. Raff,
is Adam Carricker on that movie?
No, have you ever seen Finding Nemo?
Yes, I saw Keep Swimming, but I never saw the second one.
Yeah, second one wasn't as good,
Keep
man.
Swimming.
Darla, thank you, Chase.
Darla
can be thrown off.
Oh, yeah, Darla was, goodness.
Darla could be thrown out of the dentist office into the sea.
Well, folks, this segment is history. We're coming back with history after a message from our teammates. It's Nick, it's Raff, it's AD, or otherwise, as Adam calls us, you know what.
Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
Babe, pack your bags. We're going to Vegas.
Vegas?
We just got the estimate from the wedding caterer, and we're going to have to elope.
Actually, Members Own Credit Union is offering no-fee home equity lines of credit. We can borrow what we need with equity from the house.
Wait, so we can keep the bacon wrap dates for the cocktail hour?
We can keep the bacon wrap dates. From wedding bells to trekking the globe and everything in between. Capture your dreams your way with a no-fee Members Own Credit Union home equity line of credit. Learn more at membersownheloc.org. Limitations may apply. Equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Becky from Midwest Bank, and our team is here for you. From our friendly staff to our innovative products to our online banking and mobile app, all of our services are designed with you in mind. We'll help you open a checking account, apply for a loan, open a credit card, or start saving for the future. We do it all. We're your local community bank, a trusted partner that's here to serve you. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
It's May, and that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride. Summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Join us on Tuesday, June 6th at Buffalo Wings and Rings at 40th and Old Cheney for Customer Appreciation Day. Enjoy 59-cent wings all day and your favorite sports talk show host on the air from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Come hang out with us for Customer Appreciation Day on Tuesday, June 6th at the 40th and Old Cheney Buffalo Wings and Rings.
John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
When it comes to your home or business, we know you have options, and that's why John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning gives you just that. Options. We have plumbing, heating, and cooling memberships to serve all of your residential and commercial needs. We want to ensure you, your family, and your business are safe. Visit our website, jhlincoln.com, to find out more or call us at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
Celebrate the start of June in style with two great drinking events in Lincoln. First, this Friday, come down to Beer House's grand opening as they show off their expansion to double the size of their building. The party starts at 3 p.m. with music starting at 7. And on Saturday, make plans to head on over to Sideshow Spirits and Cider for the first annual Nebraska Whiskey Carnival. Enjoy local Nebraska distilleries and their spirits, food vendors, and more. Event starts at 3 p.m. Buy your tickets ahead of time at sideshowspirits.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club or space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? No, forget that. How about a margarita club? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge and join the best club in town. 10 flavors of margaritas like Maui Wowie, burnt pineapple, and mango tango. Try all 10 of them and receive your own souvenir margarita glass. Make it your new Monday night tradition. $4 margaritas and $4 taco baskets. Grab the crew and head on over Monday nights or any night. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Happy hour. Nebraska is 2-7 against quad 1 opponents. They were 11-8 against quadrant 3 opponents. In quadrant 4, they were 14-6.
I think 14-6 is pretty good, but
not when you're 2-7
in quad 1
against quad 1 and you're 6-2 against quad 2. I did pull up Vanderbilt's and just looking at sheer opportunity, Vanderbilt placed 35 games against simply quad 1 opponents.
Weekdays from 1 to 2 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Don't know much. A little mix.
I just started. I
just started
the song.
I kind of like that.
I just started the song without even opening up the segment.
We back.
Yeah, that's my bad. Anyway, I guess you guys know what time it is.
Now punting.
Don't know much about history.
Don't know much of biology. Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be.
Nick, you had it coming. I thought Nick changed it up with some mix, and I'm like, I see you back there, man.
Definitely not. No, definitely not.
DJ Nick,
you're definitely ones and twos.
I pulled it up into like the folder that we need, and I just hit the play button nonchalantly. Didn't even mean to, and then I tried to get it to stop, and instead of hitting the stop button, I hit the play button again, so it restarted the entire thing. It was this whole deal.
I don't know much about history. Rick, baseball record 1982 Oakland A's left fielder. Who would that be, you guys?
Rick.
Do it,
Ricky.
That's my
there
boy.
You go, pretty Ricky. Ricky Henderson steals 2 bases in a 3-2 win over the Boston Red Sox to become the fastest to reach. Guys, check this out: 50 stolen bases in an MLB season. Wow. You guys, modern day baseball, because I know Nick, you watch it a lot.
Yeah.
Who would be even close to like a Ricky Henderson type guy?
A couple years ago, it was Billy Hamilton for the Cincinnati Reds. Then he got traded around a couple places. He spent some time in Kansas City, I know. I couldn't even tell you who leads the league, and like D. Gordon was also
back
part
in
of
the
that.
day. It was Ricky Henderson and Vince Coleman. Ricky Henderson and Vince Coleman.
They go back and forth.
But the best thing about Ricky was it was alwae Ricky stole 3 bases today. He always talked about himself in the third person. Yep.
So the leader in stolen bases this season is Asturi Ruiz for the, let's see, I don't recognize the name, the Oakland Athletics, and he has 28 stolen bases this season. But other than that, like Bobby Witt Jr. in Kansas City is one of them. Corbin Carroll in Arizona is one of them. But there's no like, this is the guy in the entire major leagues that can steal.
I thought when I got my Ricky Henderson rookie card when I was like 12 years old, I thought my future was set.
Like there's no Ricky Henderson, there's no Dave Roberts from this time with the Red Sox, right? When obviously in 04 in the ALCS, like that big steal, like there's none where it's like he gets on base or he comes into the game and you know he's stealing.
Yeah. Ooh, JP, I like Willie Wilson, old number 6 for the Royals.
There were some.
He could run. Holy cow, he could fly.
Ricky was built too, man.
Oh,
Ricky looked like a strong safety when he was out there, man, or a short running back, man. But Ricky was a big dude, man. Husker history. Now this is ironic. Well, not ironic, but it shows you how fast.
Culligan J, you better take that back, Culligan J. That's not right. You believe what he just said there? AD?
He says, nobody in the league has been like Ricky Henderson or Cal Ripken Jr. They are one of a kind, unlike John Elway, who everyone plays like today, if not better.
Because they're all trying to copy off the great one. That's the only reason. John Elway was 30 years ahead of his time. Take that back, Culligan J. Take that back.
You know what you think about it is, Raff, maybe if you didn't beat us up every day with that bull crap, we would halfway like them. But it's just like, I'm telling you, it's like eating the same thing every day. You just get tired of it.
Everybody's copying off the greatest.
No, 1923. Last time Elway was good. Memorial Stadium's cornerstone is put in place during a ceremony attended by 500 people. Groundbreaking had taken place about a month earlier. You guys think about the history 100 years ago and what we're doing right now at Memorial Stadium and trying to get for that concert, trying to get permission for how many guys?
Up over 91,000.
Over 91,000. Over 91,000.
The number rises.
And you think about just how much that place has just changed. Or obviously, a lot of things change in a century, but Memorial Stadium's gone some major facelifts. I remember after the 94 season, we talked about it yesterday. When you win, money comes in. Yeah. It's not a catchy saying. It's a true saying. When you win, money comes in. And right now, we got to win, man. Baseball's got to win. Basketball's got to win. Football's got to win. Bottom line, because obviously, wrestling, that's going to win. Volleyball's going to win. But I mean your big ticket, like when you sell out 90,000 plus people, 85,000 people, that opens checkbooks. Yeah. Bottom line. Yep. Real fast right here before we go to break, I want to read this one real quick. It was from my man. Let me see. My man was talking about going to, the Garbologist. It was me talking about Kong's Burgers a few months ago. He goes, I used to take that exit all the time, and I've never stopped there. Definitely do. I'm going to be in Lincoln this weekend. Was thinking about stopping. Also, how are their gyros, gyro, or burger? All the above, bro. You will not go wrong. You will not go wrong, Garbologist. Stuff is all good, man. In fact, I'm going to tell you this. You're going to take a nap, though. You're going to take a nap. They don't call it Kongs for no reason. When we come back, folks, we have plenty more to talk about Husker football because it is that time of the year when things start to buckle up. And June will be a very busy recruiting month for Nebraska as well. So we'll talk that NIL NBA game tonight. I think there is. Right. Yes. There is. Folks, on the other side of these mess, we'll be right back. You got Nick, AD, and Raff in the house. It's The Drive on the Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of this City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Okay, old buddy, I took you through the car wash and drove you out to your favorite dirt road to talk about something. Well, I'll tell you. Trucks and Bucks from the Nebraska Lottery's back, and I'm just going to buy some tickets, that's all. No reason to get upset. Of course you mean a lot to me. But this year, the Nebraska Lottery's giving away 8 Atlas Blue 2023 Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew Flex Fuel trucks. I mean, these things are gorgeous. And what happens if I win one? Hey, you'll still be part of the family. I thought maybe I'd give you to my nephew, Josh. He's not a terrible driver. He only left the gas nozzle in his tank and drove off once. Okay, twice.
Ford F-150 is a registered trademark owned and licensed by Ford Motor Company. Top prize odds 1 in 336,000.
If you're interested in installing solar panels in Nebraska, there's a name you need to know. Solar by Alpine Electric is based out of Lincoln, and you can be sure your project will be handled with care and detail because Rick, the owner of Solar by Alpine Electric, will be involved in the entire process from start to finish. We're an REC Solar Certified Pro installer and handle jobs in Lincoln and the surrounding area. Let us show you real-time results in your area. Call Rick today at 402-440-4371. Solar by Alpine Electric.
There's never been a better time to earn more on your checking account. Open a free Kasasa Cash checking account with Liberty First Credit Union and earn up to 5.5% APY for up to $40,000. It's simple. Open your Kasasa Cash checking account online or stop into any of the 4 Lincoln locations or Seward and Omaha branches. Liberty First makes switching easy, and Kasasa checking is always free. See libertyfirstcu.com for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club or space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about a margarita club? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge and join the best club in town. 10 flavors of margaritas like Maui Wowie, burnt pineapple, and mango tango. Try all 10 of them and receive your own souvenir margarita glass. Make it your new Monday night tradition. $4 margaritas and $4 taco baskets. Grab the crew and head on over Monday nights or any night. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Tailored Life is now open in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, for both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, shrubs, vines, perennials, and colorful annuals. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
Spring is here, and it's time to wake up Judson. Judson Irrigation is eager and ready to get your sprinkler system up and running for the season. Judson's technicians will check for winter damage, adjust your sprinkler heads, and show you how to set your controller for effective sprinkling coverage. The Judson Irrigation team is here for you. Stay safe.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Allo is here to give you the FYI. Are your shows buffering? We know why. Are your games lagging? Don't deny. Your work calls dropping? Here's the FYI. Your old school internet company can't keep up. They give it a try. Their network isn't enough. Don't get trapped in their gimmicks and lies. It's time to fiber your internet with Allo. Honest, local, and hassle-free is what we stand by. Experience Allo Internet. Visit allofiber.com/FYI.
It's May, and that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride. Summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Scattered thunderstorms a possibility today. It will be another warm one. We'll top out at around 87. South winds a little strong, gusting over 20 at times. Slight chance of thunderstorms tonight with a low of 65. More chances of thunderstorms tomorrow and remaining warm. A high of 87. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400.
Problem gambling affects more than the gambler. It affects spouses, children, extended family members, and friends. If you are a loved one who's struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 476-2300.
Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.3 Ticket. This segment is powered by Florial's Italian, just south of Lincoln Southwest High School on 14th and Pine Lake Road. Stop by for dinner Monday through Thursday from 4 to 9. Stop by for lunch or dinner Friday through Sunday, 11 to 10 on Friday and Saturday, and 11 to 9 on Sunday. They got pasta, seafood, steaks, chops, plus other great Italian dishes. And, of course, they've got amazing Italian wines. So stop by Florial's for dinner tonight.
Raff, I almost got Florial's last night.
Oh, the breakdown.
Because that, no, because you can eat pasta.
Oh, your afternoon? Or your afternoon?
It was for dinner. It was
Go nuts.
I was going to get a big pasta.
Yeah.
But I opted for Chipotle instead, and I got double meat, double chicken.
Double protein.
Oh, man.
Double protein,
I killed it.
bigger muscles.
I killed it.
Is that all it takes?
Yeah, more protein, more muscles.
Did you lifted? I noticed yesterday morning you lifted upper body again.
I lifted arms. Yeah, it was my first day in a week that I lifted. So
when is legs coming up?
Legs will be next Wednesday
of October.
You're
going to do legs next week.
June next week. Yep. June next Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday.
Okay, remember? Yeah, the foundation, man. You got to do the legs.
Wednesday legs.
You can't neglect the legs. You can't neglect the legs.
I will never neglect those pistons.
You know what? At Nebraska, I'm going to tell you something. Boyd Epley would stress legs so much, because that's where your power is at, man.
Yep.
And just long-term sustain. I don't know if you've seen that clip that Boyd was still squatting some crazy amount of weight, like 6 months or a year ago, give or take.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking that dude is a freak, man. But Mike Arthur is another one. Randy Goebel, those guys are still in great. How old do you think Coach Epley is by now? 70 something?
70s, yeah.
Gosh, that dude is still in
because he was
good shape, man.
He was, when Coach Osborne got, saw it, probably 70s.
Man.
Speaking of football, though, I was doing a little scheduling today. So we got basketball that starts tonight, but that'll go until about the 18th or 20th, I believe, if they go 7 games.
Which I'm hoping they do.
And that takes us almost 1 month away because you got NFL training camps that start, I believe, in that July.
That
20th.
Hard Knocks will come on during that time too, won't it?
July 20th area. And then I think you've got
the All-American Hall of Fame game.
Yep, that'll be that
early August,
end of July. End of July, and then you have Big Ten Media Day and all that stuff that takes place. I think what they say the 29th or somewhere around
4th or 5th or something like that.
So they always start practice that Monday after. So we just get through this basketball.
Whew. We
got 1 month, and it's football. It's game on. Let's go. Let's play. I'm fired up.
I love it. Nebraska football. I'm gonna tell you something, Coach Rule. Was reading this in the Journal Star this morning, and they are going all out as far as canvassing the country. Nebraska will host a Friday Night Lights camp on June 16th, an annual tradition that often helps the staff identify future recruiting targets. Then they have their youth camps on the 19th and 20th of June. 7 days of camp sessions condensed on a 16-day period. And then they're also, first of all, the Friday Night Light camp, guys. How important is that to Nebraska, especially right now? Because you're looking at recruits for 2020, 2023, 2024 to 2025, 2026, and beyond. How crucial are those Friday Night Light camps?
Well, I think these first couple are crucial because it's going to be your first opportunities with a lot of these guys that maybe you haven't been able to meet face-to-face yet, to get in front of them and to kind of talk to them, I should say, and they can see now how you operate in a camp setting, right? And
I like how you said that, to see how you operate.
Because the as much as the coach wants to get to know the athlete, it's also vice versa, right? Yep. And so when you could find somebody from the state of Nebraska, from some small town in Kansas, from some small town in Iowa that makes the trip, and they don't graduate till 2026, well, you still have 2 years to foster this relationship and continue evolving. If they leave a good impression on you and you leave a good impression on them, it leaves you with a really good spot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Raff, especially since it's the first one for this staff at Nebraska.
Raff, if you have a kid, are you sending them to Nebraska Satellite Camp?
satellite or Friday nights or
Friday
anywhere?
night, not satellite. Well, that too, but for Friday night lights.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then like I agree with everything Nick said there, and I also look at it too as this is a chance for the fans to even play a factor too, because face it, these Friday night lights camps, when they open up to the public, they get more crowd than most of the spring games that take place around the country. So that's huge for Nebraska fans to go out there and support. And it does not have to be like one person either. Those players down on the field, they're sitting there looking up going, all right, they got this kind of support on a Friday night for just a practice, not even a camp. So it's definitely, it's great. It's fun times. And it's I know the coaching staff, like Nick said, they're getting to know each other. The players are getting to know the coaches. It's just more ways to spread that name. Hence why they're going to a lot of, these satellite camps that are taking place around the country just to get, face recognition and seeing each other. And so it's important time. Sometimes you think in the summers, it's like, well, this isn't for the coaching staff. Not really, they can do some recruiting, but I mean, summer is where you're going to make all your hay in the fall eventually. So it's a big one.
Here's why I think it's important. I'm going to ask you both this. What's Nebraska's identity?
Well, we don't know.
Well,
we don't know.
Casey Tominaga.
Yeah, even on football. I don't know.
What is I'm dead serious. What's our identity? And I mean, what has been our identity? How long? Let me ask you. I'm just asking. What is our identity? And I'm gonna lead back to where I was going from. What is our identity?
I don't think we
are we a running team? Are we a passing team? Are we a what are we?
What are we?
Who are we?
I don't think we know.
Not even what. Who is Nebraska? What do we do?
What do I want to do? I want to be physical. We've talked about that for the whole Frost regime. It was like we want to be physical. And
same thing on Riley.
Yeah, and we never have committed to being physical. I liked when he was talking about the fullback. He was talking about how they're going to block and they're going to be physical. And I was like, oh, that's music to my ears. Let it be. Let it be. Fingers crossed. Got it. Got to impose your will.
There's this line in the movie. I forget the name of the movie. I can see the faces, but he says, "Who are you?" Kid couldn't answer. Couldn't answer. Nebraska's no different than that kid.
Yeah.
Hence why the camps are important right now, because we get a chance to introduce who we are and who we're going to be. And let me take that back. Not who we are, because we haven't proven it yet.
Yep.
What we aspire to be.
Yep.
This is a chance to sell the vision of what Nebraska football is going to be about. And the thing that frustrates me the most is that we were one of the most storied programs in college football up until 2001. And I would even say this, because Bo takes a lot of heat. But I tell you what, I'd take 9 and 3s all day. Yeah. I would take him all day long. Now, did he struggle in the big games conference? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I mean, it's just given that you can't lie and get facts. Facts are there. Stats are there. We haven't had an identity since 2009. Think about that, y'all.
Yeah.
That's why I think, leading back to the original question, the satellite camps are so important to say, here's what we'd like to be. This is not who we are, because we haven't proven anything yet. But this is what we aspire to be. Here's the plans to get to what we aspire to be, and you could be a piece of that. So we have to sell. It's like that movie, man.
Yep.
Trading places, sell, Mortimer, sell. Sell, rules, sell. You have to sell. Hence why those Friday night camps, you can't invite kids and have one kid wear one colored shirt, another kid wear another colored shirt, because the kid that has one colored shirt on, he was one that was prioritized. Another kid just showed up because he had $150.
Yep.
Are you freaking kidding me?
No.
You can't build sustainability doing that. Because the kid that doesn't have that shirt on, guess who's getting the most attention? The kid with the red shirt or the white shirt.
Correct.
Whatever it does, I'm just gonna call it like
that was
this.
one thing about the old Nebraska football camps.
You all had the same shirt.
You didn't know who was. I mean, you kind of knew,
because you know how you identified yourself, Raff? By performance.
Yep, exactly.
By performance. I don't care if you showed up in a yellow shirt.
Yep.
You show up and put in work. And when we had football camps, I'm going back to when I was a kid. We all had big red football school shirts.
Yep.
They were white or they were red. And I mean, we all wore the same one. They gave us a couple shirts, but it wasn't designated who we invited. This kid showed up on his own. You already send a message that you're not a priority to us.
Yep.
And we're in a point right now, we can't be selective about who's this. No, we just got to find the best talent out there. So selective, but we can't be out there saying, being a la carte. Well, we'll take a look. No, We have to show and share the vision of who we aspire to be, not who we are, because we don't know who the hell we are right now.
And none of that. Well, we're not going to go to this camp because they don't have any players. That's another thing. It's like, I like how they're going out there and they're going to these satellite camps and they're seeing and they want to see everybody. You hear like, Coach Foley, still traveling around the state when he inside the windows where he can travel. And he's going to all these schools that you don't hear about any players from these schools, but he knows that the more he keeps on visiting these schools, people are going to see him. Nebraska football coach was here. Got to work harder. It's still there. It's just a matter of finding it again.
Well, I think the perfect correlation or connection that you can make. One of the guys on the previous staff, Brian Applewhite, did a really good job of this.
Hell of a recruiter.
One thing that Coach Applewhite did, who's now at Buffalo, one thing that he did was that he went to Seacrest Field, and I've told you guys this story.
Yeah.
He watched one team. I can't remember the other team. One team,
Northeast.
I think it was East. Obviously, Lincoln East had Malachi Coleman. They have other guys. Dash Bauman is now getting a couple of Division I looks, things like that. And they have a quarterback in Jeter Worthley who's going to be playing baseball at Michigan as of right now as well. So like, there's a lot of talent on that East team that people know about, right? But then they were playing Lincoln Northeast, who didn't have really anybody close to Division I talent, right? He still talks to the Lincoln Northeast coach just as much as he talks to the Lincoln East coach. It's because understanding that they might not have guys right now that we want, but in 6-7 years, they might.
Right.
And we don't want to look back in 7 years when we go into Lincoln Northeast and go, have the coach go, well, why didn't you come and talk to me the previous 6 years? You only want to come and talk to us when we have something that you want. Right. And Mickey Joseph did the same thing. And so I think when you look at, they go to satellite camps and they go to all these smaller parts of the country that maybe don't have the best talent right now. And maybe they're not even actively recruiting guys right now, but you're still overturning that stone because you have to, because you don't want to look like an idiot with cake on your face in 6 years when they do have a guy that is interested in you and also you're interested in.
We'll read a few of these texts. Matt Hop 84 says, "Yep, when I went to the Husker football camps, we all had the same T-shirt. I was doing linebacker drills right next to and against Ty Steigencooler, Class A guy up against a C1 guy. Didn't matter where you came from; it's where you put the pads on. Absolutely." And Chase B, hell, Mickey Joseph was the interim head coach at the time. Was at Seacrest? Yes, he was. Mickey, when he became interim, dude, he turned over every rock he possibly could. And here's what Mickey said: "No matter what happens, I want to leave this program in better shape than when I found it." And that's what he did. He went after it. The rest of that staff that was on that, they all went after it. Mickey was like, look, we can't leave any stone, any rock unturned. And Thomas and Lincoln, Thomas and Lincoln said, getting blown out of other teams who has just as good a talent on paper and you lose by 21. It's true. There was someone else that said something here too, though, the big man camp. Oh, man, I missed that one right there.
Oh, Garbologist.
Garbologist, yes. I'm over here really confused that Coach Rule is the first coach in forever to run a padded O-line, D-line camp. I'm right with you, bro. I'm taking a huge nose guard to the Nebraska camp on Sunday. I don't think they want his body type, but we're going. Exactly. Go. Also going to the big man camp at Iowa State Saturday. Yes, go. Get that exposure. I'm confused as well because football is still a contact sport. Am I missing something, y'all?
Last time I looked.
Am I missing something? Still play full speed. You still hit.
Yep.
So having this stuff where you don't take people down. No, it's football. And then wonder why guys get hurt or not prepared when the lights come on and you really start pad popping because you haven't trained for it.
Why can't we tackle?
I mean, it's simple because we don't. Exactly. Raff, the calluses on my hands, the calluses on your ears. You know we get the calluses? You lift weights, you lift things. That's how you get them. If you show up in August, I'm going to get in shape. You have no calluses to be in hit.
Nope.
You don't know how it feels. Your body has not endured that yet. And then we expect them to be just all of a sudden be ready first time the lights come on Saturday.
Yep.
It's not going to happen.
And there's a reason why you have contact and why you have padded camps to begin with is because in the past, sorry to anybody in the past, but if you're running non-padded camps, what are you looking at? You're just looking at what their numbers were. Oh, well, they ran a good cone drill. They ran a good this. Well, I'm telling you what, there's been a lot of great football players in Nebraska history that might not have put up the best 40 time or had the best vertical jump, but they were just straight animals when they got on the field.
Beast, man.
And that's what you're looking for. You want physical, aggressive guys. I mean, they might not fit that. Well, he didn't run the cone drill and whatever time it is. But when they get on the field, they turn into a different person. And that's what you want to see at these camps.
You know what, Raff, though? You know what that is too, though, Raff and Nick? A lack of awareness and a lack of due diligence. Because you got to be able to see a block of cement or a block of wood and not look at what it is, but what it could be.
Yep.
And you chisel it. If you're a master craftsman, coach, etc., you can see something that's not but what it could be. It's like a great teacher, a great coach. They can see something you don't even. You're just looking at yourself. Well, I'm just this block of wood. I'm just this block of cement. Oh, kid, you give us some time. We're going to hone you, chisel you, shape you, coach you up into what you could be. Another thing here, Husker football coaches will play a lead role in Division III program. This is really cool here. The university, and this is one of the satellite camps they're doing, University of Mary Hardin Baylor's camp on June 5th in Belton, Texas. That is crucial. Check this out. It's situated halfway between Austin and Waco. Why is Waco significant? We know that. That's where he coached at Baylor. He has relationships. And they will then they're going to shift their focus to the Houston area the next day. Houston Christian will host a camp on June 6th that includes coaches from Nebraska, UTEP, Louisiana. What does that say to you guys, man?
They like Texas. No.
True. Yeah. True.
Yep.
And where's Buford at? Texas. Who's a huge, what is he, 4-star? I believe 4-star.
Who are we talking
Buford.
to? Oh, Mario Buford?
Yeah.
Buford?
Yeah. 4-star, which I've just read. I think it was On 3 that had it by sipping those guys and Callahan. They were mentioning that he's obviously nothing's happened yet.
Yeah.
Nothing's happened yet. But we're trending. So trending, whatever you want to call it, but at least we're trending somewhere.
But you also got to look back too, as we talk about going to these schools and seeing kids that were like 5, 6, 7 years ago. Well, these kids that Coach Rule and his staff dealt with, 5, 6, 7 years ago when he was down at Baylor, they're now getting to that age to where they've grown up and now they're back. They're Coach Rule. They're returning back to their stomping grounds. So I'd be interested to see, how they pull when they get recruits, how they're going to come back and be like, oh, I met him when he was 12. I met him when he was 10.
Raff, perfect example. Nick, perfect example. I forget the young man's name that committed here from down in that area in Houston. His mom had the African restaurant.
Princewell Uman Mielen.
And the reason why he can't say that name again, because I'm going to screw it up.
Princewell Uman Mielen.
And the reason why he committed, remember he said, I've known Rule for a long time.
Yep.
I've known Rule for a long time. And it's like going to those guys say to Cap, relationships matter.
Yep.
He went to another school, went to the NFL, and everything else. Not 2 other schools. Well, out 2 now, Nebraska.
Yeah.
Went to the NFL, had a stint there, comes to Nebraska, and that kid still said, I remember him and he remembered me.
Yeah. Well, just think, like, I keep on bringing up Coach Foley just because that's one you hear a lot around Nebraska. He's meeting these like little 9, 10, 11-year-olds, and just think most coaches have really good name retention or they recognize you and stuff like that. So he goes back in another year and all of a sudden he's like, oh my, Coach Foley remembers who I am. It happens. It
leaves an impression, man.
Yeah. And that's what I think that prior staffs forgot about was they were just looking at, hey, he's a junior in high school. Well, okay, that's it. And they were never thinking about the future. Like, man, there's like maybe a 9 or 10-year-old right now that maybe his football skills haven't been seen yet, but just being around that, you want to play. Back in the day, you always talk about all these kids at Nebraska. They wanted to play for Nebraska because that was what they grew up seeing. Well, it feels like in the last 10 years, 12 years, it hasn't felt like that. You don't have these players that are like, want to play for Coach Osborne. I want to play for, we've never had that. And now it seems like we're getting back to where we're going after these younger kids and, letting them know that, hey, we care about you. So it's going to be interesting to see these next, I'd say 3 to 5 years to how these relationships grow and what can happen just by being a presence in these people's lives.
Recruiting, Raff, and you're spot on, bro. And like you mentioned, that 9 or 10-year-old is never going to forget that. I can still remember Coach Osborne at his retirement events, 97. And there are guys there from the 70s all the way up to that present time. And he's walking around the room calling guys by their names.
Yep.
Now he would get me and Anthony Steele sometimes confused because me and Anthony Steele, we both had the big nose and Steele's looked young as heck. But anyway,
I think Anthony probably sang better though.
He sang a lot better. God rest his soul. He was an amazing man. But I remember at those youth camps, the football camps where I was at as a student, when I was there as a player, when I worked them, Coach would go around those camps talking to kids. And you can tell he sincerely and genuinely cared. Recruiting is want to. It's want to, not have to. Recruiting is want to. And when you want to build up a program, a company, I don't care if we're talking about the lemonade stand, you better get to know who your players are, customers are, i.e., et cetera. Because if you don't, good luck. You got to do that, man. I think we got a caller on the line.
Yeah, let's get to Mike. Mike, appreciate you waiting. What's on your mind, man?
Hey, when you guys are talking about calluses, I just got a quick comment. I lived in a small town in northeast Nebraska, and every year in July, I'd tell my buddies what type of high school football team we're going to have. And I was right, all eight times. And they said, well, how do you know that? I said, well, I live across from the high school, and if I see a lot of the players coming in right after school gets out and working out in the weight room and that, without even knowing the players, I know they're going to be pretty good. If they show up 2 weeks before school starts and start lifting weights, not going to happen. So I couldn't agree more with your calluses thoughts. Thanks.
Absolutely, Mike. Appreciate you, brother. Always appreciate your call in, Mike.
It's true.
Nick, let me ask you this, man. If your rule right now, and I think I've asked Raff this before, I guess in a roundabout way, if you're running these camps, what's the message you're giving to these kids?
Ooh.
Raff, I want you to think about it. Beyond that, what's the message you're giving these kids?
That's tough. Let's go to break and think about that.
Yeah, think about that for a second. What's the message? Because you can't say we ain't done squat yet.
No.
What's the message? Because you get one time at this camp really face to face. Now you'll other time, but first impressions leave a lasting impression. What's your message to these kids? Folks, we'll talk about that because we have some messages from our teammates and sponsors. We'll be back. This is The Drive with AD and Raff. Nick in the house. You're on the ticket.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
When it comes to your home or business, we know you have options, and that's why John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning gives you just that. Options. We have plumbing, heating, and cooling memberships to serve all of your residential and commercial needs. We want to ensure you, your family, and your business are safe. Visit our website, jhlincoln.com, to find out more or call us at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
Problem gambling affects more than the gambler. It affects spouses, children, extended family members, and friends. If you are a loved one who's struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 476-2300.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400.
Hi, this is Becky from Midwest Bank, and our team is here for you. From our friendly staff to our innovative products to our online banking and mobile app, all of our services are designed with you in mind. We'll help you open a checking account, apply for a loan, open a credit card, or start saving for the future. We do it all. We're your local community bank, a trusted partner that's here to serve you. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we're looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a clean, climate-controlled, and safe environment with team members who want to see you succeed. You will also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at garnerindustries.com.
It's May, and that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride. Summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodmen of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Spring is here, and Acres has special financing on all John Deere lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers. Get your yard looking great and use John Deere's wide selection of attachments to landscape your property to perfection. And for a limited time, with a purchase of a new John Deere mower, get up to $200 to apply to the steel power tool of your choice. From trimmers to chainsaws, gas or electric, Acres is your home for steel products and service. Acres, solutions for every field.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Y'all feeling lucky? Luke Combs here, and I have an exclusive opportunity for you to win $500,000 by joining me in the Living Lucky with Luke Combs Lottery Experience. When it rains, it pours for lucky fans and lottery players who enter to win a chance of a lifetime. Join me in Nashville for a private concert at the iconic Ryman Auditorium in 2024. One lucky winner will have the chance to walk away with $500,000 at the end of the show.
Details at nelottery.com. Living Lucky with Luke Combs ticket top prize odds 1 in 128,000.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. And you can check out our spaces before you visit in person with a virtual campus tour. An opportunity to see our campuses in Beatrice, Lincoln, and Milford as you learn about our programs and areas of study. There are virtual tours of our learning centers too. We can even take you on a personalized virtual tour. Learn more on our website, southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Sales Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling, support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 92.7 The Ticket, proudly sponsored by Sandhills Global. Sandhills Global is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Career and internship opportunities are available at the global headquarters in Lincoln, so apply today at sandhills.jobs. Got it. Boom.
Question was asked.
Oh, yeah.
What's your message, Raff?
All right. Well, I'm going to defer this question to my dad. He actually texted in. My mom and dad are listening today.
Mr. Miss Raff, how you doing? Good morning.
He said the message he'd want to the players is that we need them when we want them. And thinking about it, that's kind of something that's been lost for a lot of years. You've heard about all these players in Nebraska that have wanted to play for Nebraska, and they've basically got kind of the brush off and said, well, we're going to go elsewhere.
I think what you talked about, they don't have much body of work right now at Nebraska specifically, and they don't in terms of like wins and losses. But one thing they do have is honesty and transparency, right? Because if any of these 2025, 2026 recruits paid attention to the Daniel Kalen situation, that's something that they can hang their hat on, right? That
being honest in recruiting both Dylan Raiola and Daniel Kalen, they actually won them the commitment of Daniel Kalen in the end. And so it's, if you invest in us, we're going to invest in you.
Yep.
And the entire way, whether you're a recruit or whether you're a member of this team, there's going to be honesty and transparency.
Yep.
So I think it's, if you want to be coached that way, where it might not always be the best thing to be heard, you might not always hear the thing you want to hear, but we're going to tell you what we believe.
Yep.
Then be a part of
Be
Nebraska.
authentic.
I love it. There's a quote I often used in presentations, man, in corporate America, and it's an old quote, and it's powerful, just powerful. In 2023, the gentleman that said it back in the 60s. In the world today, there's two types of people. And I'm going to say two types of college programs. There's the learners and there's the knowers. There's the learners and there's the knowers. The learners will inherit the earth. The learners will get more recruits. The learners will share their vision. The learners will know where they're going, and they will tell you how to get there, and they need you to get there. But the knowers will be beautifully equipped to function in a college football landscape that no longer exists. Will you be a learner or knower? Will you understand what it takes to recruit guys today? If you think you know it all, you're in trouble.
Yep.
The learners will inherit the earth. Now, if I went to Best Buy down the street right now and said, hey, I'm going to buy a new laptop with a floppy disk component, they look at you like, dude, what are you talking about, man? Because it doesn't exist anymore. So here's the thing. Nebraska doesn't have to forget their past, but we can't say we're Nebraska. That's Nebraska of old. We have to repackage that and say we can still bring that back. We can wake up those ghosts, but we're going to need you to do it. But if you think you know it all already, and you don't have to go out and turn out every rock to do these satellite camps, to go to these different campuses, to go to these different these schools and colleges to do these things, good luck, because that means you think you're a knower. We have to keep learning, because the reality is this: these kids don't know Nebraska being relevant.
Yep.
They have to go to YouTube. Think about that.
And those videos are getting grainy.
Yes. And those are like, dude, I think that's Stanford. Is that even Nebraska? I mean, that's Wisconsin. So you have to be learners, not knowers. So my message to those kids, like, you know what? People can knock Dion all they want. But I'm going to tell you this. He says, we coming. You have to have you look at politicians, and I'm getting into politics, but you have politicians that have a very simple slogan, and they preach it, they say it ad nauseum over and over and over, and then you got to go out and perform. Bottom line, man.
It's interesting, guys. So I was listening to a podcast yesterday with ESPN's Reese Davis and Pete Thamel, and they were talking about NIL, how it's involved in recruiting, and how the coaches now have to worry more about when Ryan Day of Ohio State threw out this figure of $11 million at one point last year, and everybody called him crazy because it was like, you really need to go out and get high school players for $11 million, right? But in reality, what Ryan Day meant, and people just didn't realize, was that he needed $11 million to keep his own roster. That's what he meant. And so it's crazy because they talk about how you operate as a coach. And this is how it ties into this conversation. They said, when you're not able to go out recruiting, you're on a private plane talking to boosters, because if you don't have buy-in, you're not going to be able to recruit nowadays.
Right. That's right.
And not only recruit high school guys, but also recruit your own roster. And obviously it's easy when you're talking about the scope of like Ohio State, Georgia, because they got these big name guys, that Jordan Addison from Pitt last year, right?
Right.
But it's like, and a lot of things played in the Jordan Addison thing, not just money, but that was a big factor. But the priorities and how much pressure there is now on college football coaches to be a good fundraiser is just over the top. It's so wild now, because every single time that the coaches aren't recruiting, they're fundraising.
That's right. That's right.
And it's changed so much in just a couple years.
You've nailed it. They become fundraisers now too.
Oh yeah.
They have to.
It's not only it's not only are you a good recruiter, it's how well can you raise money.
Well, that's Coach Rule right now.
It is.
I mean, he's
100%
everywhere.
I mean, I know he loves being out and about amongst the community, but he also knows that he's, in a way, he's fundraising, because he's getting people,
space out there,
and that's crucial. And that's stuff that you might not have seen in prior staffs. And he's a smart guy. I mean, he is a super smart guy. The way he's doing this, you're meeting people, you're meeting friends. You don't know who you're meeting. You don't know who has. I mean, some people who has money. Some people you don't have money. You might venture into somebody you don't just being nice to them, you might not even realize that they're one of the biggest boosters.
And in Nebraska, Raff, you got a good point. In Nebraska,
You never know.
You have no idea because Nebraska traditionally, historically, you don't know who has the money here. Hell, you think about this. If you didn't know who Warren Buffett was, you think he was just an older gentleman riding around in an old Cadillac.
Well, and when
you'd have no idea.
And you look at his house, and all right, he's just living in a house that he's had for X amount of years.
They have no idea. That's one of probably
clue.
20.
Yeah.
So you never know who you're talking to.
There was a quote, and shout out to Kevin Stutz. He had a good interview on 10-11 of with Matt Rule in the one-on-one sit-down. And Matt Rule said something along the lines of, I was out at the farmer's market, and somebody goes, "Why are you here?" And he said, "Well, this is my community. I'm a Lincoln Knight." I don't like. Here's the deal: is whether or not he means it,
You got to sell
he's
it.
saying it. I
Yeah,
mean,
you gotta
he's
sell
selling
it.
it. He's
You gotta
selling
sell
it. And number one, guys, it's easier to raise money before you start winning and losing.
Yes, that's right, bro.
But then also, if you have this image of community man, family man that fits into Nebraska, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you are losing, it provides a little bit of a softer.
You got a
landing.
buffer. You built up some cachet.
Yeah, it provides a little bit of a softer
Mm-hmm.
landing.
And you go everywhere. Like, he went out to that rodeo. Well, a lot of money is out in Western Nebraska at all these ranches. You have all these ranches and all this stuff. I mean, he's not dumb. He knows where he's
He
going.
knows what's going on. He knows the lay of the land. So it goes back to that quote. He's learning. He keeps learning. A few texts here. Thunder Not Collins says, sorry, tuned in late. Headed to workout with my daughter. Get that workout in, brother. Get that workout in. Hazel Bear says, they refer to you as limitless mail for a floppy disk these days. Chase B says they have to watch YouTube videos. They don't even have the score on the screen half the time.
Yeah,
And that
it just pops up every 30 seconds.
That's
Oh my
right.
gosh, this is so stupid.
And Garbologist, you're exactly right. I've been hearing a lot about getting the top 5-10 in-state athletes, then just getting the most elite athletes from around the country. What about the nobodies from Nebraska that just need to be molded and will wait to turn to be loyal? They don't have a sinking chance. You know what? Garbologist? I'll say this. We'll wait and see. I'll wait and see how that turns out. I'll wait because I can't comment on it right now but in time, about 2 years, you'll be able to see.
I think Garbologist, I think one of the tough things about previous years, there's not been a whole lot of depth, right? Obviously, when you talk about, I don't like to use the term nobodies, but just the under-evaluated and under-recruited
That's a great way to
kids,
say it, under-evaluated.
Guys that are in high school that either walk on to Nebraska or get a preferred walk, whatever it may be. Nebraska necessarily hasn't had the luxury of being able to sit and wait on a guy for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Like over the last couple of years, think about it, guys. First of all, they've gotten their leading receiver from the transfer portal every year, the last 3 years, or 2 years, and probably 3 after this season. And then you look at like the rest of their roster and offensive line. Turner Corcoran probably would have benefited from coming in and sitting a year, but he couldn't. Nebraska didn't have the luxury. Why? Because you just didn't have the roster depth. And same with Bryce Benhart. And so,
Nick, to your point, why didn't we have the depth?
Well, you lose a couple guys to either the portal or you lost a guy to the draft,
or you didn't evaluate properly the guys that were here.
And that's the best part. I mean, that's more important.
And you had flawed.
You're spot on, Nick.
You had flawed relationships too, because you have high school coaches around this state that you've spoke to that they've said they've had players that they thought could play at the university. Maybe not be a starter, but they play special teams. They could be a backup. And Nebraska staff looked at them and basically shrugged their shoulders and said, "You really don't know what you're talking about."
And you know what? And I don't want to say staff plural. A few guys.
There were a few.
Yeah, there were a few. And you're right. And I'm going to tell you one guy who had the pulse of this state, and I hated to see him go, was Big Brother Kenny Wilhite.
Yep.
Kenny, I would be in a certain part of the state. Hey, Kenny, heard about this guy? AD already talked to him. He goes, AD, all I can do is identify.
All I can do is identify and
Kenny,
and that was the worst part.
That was the only, Kenny saw the talent that was here from the small, rugged corners in every school I went to in this state. From clear out to Alliance all the way down to Beatrice. Yeah. All right. Shout out to Alliance and Beatrice. Yep. I hear coaches. Yeah, we know Kenny. We know Kenny.
Well, and that was the tough part. I mean, there's obviously other stories that maybe not necessarily should be set on air, but there's situations of guys decommitments or guys being told to decommit because we're going to choose this other guy when the position coach necessarily wanted the first one, the original commit, right?
Was overruled
and just was basically just told now we're going to take this guy instead. And so when that happens,
it's not a knock against any specific guy, but it's tough for not only the position coach, but also the program to get off the ground and running when you're not, I don't want to say hand picking your guys, but when you're not having the personnel that you personally as the position coach think would do best.
But we always talk about the learners too. And then like, as these years go on, you've had these high school coaches that have said, hey, I have a player here. And you basically, when you're given the brush off, and then when that time comes around and maybe you have a player that's legitimately in Nebraska, that somebody in Nebraska really wants, they're going to look back and be like, well, those coaches down at Nebraska, they respected my opinion when I said I had a guy that maybe could walk on. And when you start building those relationships, then you're going to start seeing where these players are. Yeah.
Start seeing
I
that fruit.
I don't know, guys, and maybe this is outlandish to say, I don't personally care where recruits come from.
I could care less, man.
As long as the coach did their homework on evaluation.
Exactly. The evaluation.
Because here's the deal is that at the end of the day, I don't care where you're from.
Can you play football?
Are you a good human being that we as Husker fans want on our program?
Mm-hmm.
Are you willing to be coached and learn, right? And are you willing to buy into the process?
That's
right? I don't care. So as long as it's a two-sided coin, obviously, whether the coach, I don't care if Nebraska, everybody's, as the garbologist says, and this, I agree with him, saying I've been hearing a lot about getting the top 5 to 10 in-state athletes. I don't care if Nebraska only gets the top 2 athletes in the state, or they only get the 3rd and 4th athlete. I don't care. I don't even care at the end of the day how many they put on the roster from Nebraska, right? Because Nebraska is also becoming more popularly recruited, and Notre Dame's coming in, places like that. And you're sometimes going to lose those battles. But at the end of the day, if the coach can look not only at themselves in the mirror, but their assistants and to the fans and say, we did our due diligence on this guy. And then, hey, we're still going to do our due diligence and evaluate and do our homework on every recruit that we talk to. And they're all bought into the process. They're guys we want here and guys that want to play for Nebraska. We're going to be okay.
Here's what Nick and I agree with everything you said, but I'm going to push back on this. What pisses me off is we are getting our talent plucked out of here.
Well, and that's
because think about Junior Bryant at Creighton Prep, Raff. Had a long pro career. You're going to lose a few guys.
Yeah.
You're going to lose, a Junior Bryant, a guy like that here and there, a few, but we didn't lose many.
Well,
and you know what that comes from? Because we had an identity we were established. We have to redo that again. Because here's the thing: if they do leave, it can't because we didn't recruit the hell out of them.
That's exactly how I was going to follow up. That's exactly how I was going to follow up. Is you're going to lose guys, but once also what you'll find out is that if you are doing your job and you're evaluating the way you're supposed to evaluate, you find out that you don't lose a whole lot of in-state
absolutely
guys.
And you know what you're saying?
No matter how talented you are. So it becomes
they're going to want to stay.
Exactly, because you're going to start that relationship 4 years before they graduate.
Absolutely. If not sooner. Hence the satellite
that's
camps.
the crazy thing about it is it's all connected in my eyes, because everybody's going, we didn't do our job. We didn't make them a priority, or they just didn't want to come to Nebraska. They didn't grow up knowing Nebraska. Well, guess what? You know how you change that? By doing your job.
Absolutely. Jack and Martell says, do you think that the in-state athletes have more drive or pride? Jack Martell, you know what? We have to give them something to have pride about. That changes there.
I just think it's all connected, because that conversation of, you're competing against Alabama, you're competing against Notre Dame, that becomes more.
And whose fault is that?
Well, that becomes more mute when you start doing your job and your due diligence here, because guess what? It's more of a, listen, we don't have to worry about, did they make them a priority? Did they try it all? Right.
You can't be Johnny come lately.
It's less of that and more of just, hey, you know what? Maybe he just wanted to go somewhere out of Nebraska, the same way Zane Flores did. It was just like, I want to get
from West Side. Went to end up going to Oregon, and then
Avante Dickerson.
Yeah, and I talked to him when I was at West Side. He goes, "Man, I like Nebraska." He goes, "Man, I think I just want to do something different." So I know we got a break.
Yeah,
we'll be a quick break. When we come back. We got to do RGT.
Yeah.
We'll have the 80 attitude adjustment, folks. All things in basketball. That was a long discussion, but one that needed to be had. And we'll have more of those as well on the break. On the other side, after a message from our sponsors and teammates, it's The Drive with AD, Raff, and Nick. Hold it down.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Y'all feeling lucky? Luke Combs here, and I have an exclusive opportunity for you to win $500,000 by joining me in the Living Lucky with Luke Combs lottery experience. When it rains, it pours for lucky fans and lottery players who enter to win a chance of a lifetime. Join me in Nashville for a private concert at the iconic Ryman Auditorium in 2024. One lucky winner will have the chance to walk away with $500,000 at the end of the show.
Details at nelottery.com. Living Lucky with Luke Combs ticket top prize odds 1 in 128,000.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Warm weather calls for fun in the sun and in the pool. If a backyard pool is in your summer plans, make electrical safety your priority. Visit les.com/safety to keep your family safe.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive selection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
If you're interested in installing solar panels in Nebraska, there's a name you need to know. Solar by Alpine Electric is based out of Lincoln, and you can be sure your project will be handled with care and detail because Rick, the owner of Solar by Alpine Electric, will be involved in the entire process from start to finish. We're an REC Solar Certified Pro installer and handle jobs in Lincoln and the surrounding area. Let us show you real-time results in your area. Call Rick today at 402-440-4371. Solar by Alpine Electric.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again, wrapping up another show, The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket. It's about that time for what we all wait for every morning.
You want to hear it, Raff?
A song sang by the great one.
It's this one.
And I wonder who stopped the rain.
One of the greatest songs. One of the greatest songs ever.
Surprise you.
We surprised you. Creedence Clearwater Revival, folks. One of the greatest albums ever. One of the best songs ever. Raff, let's do RGT.
Here we go.
It's time for Raff's Good Take.
Massive difference.
It's time for Raff's Good Take. It's time for Raff's Good Take.
Oh, boy.
Right now. Beautifully done.
Just
What a difference.
The comparison between the two songs is
Watch your mouth.
strikingly decent.
Oh my gosh.
Strikingly decent.
Blasphemy.
Yeah.
Blasphemy.
All right, tell us about
All
it.
right.
Tell us about it.
Today's Raff's Good Take goes out to Dr. Karen Kassabaum. She is the Senior Manager of Diversity and Social Responsibility for Huddle, and she's also the founder of Athlete to Athlete, a transitional mentoring and leadership program for athletes. Dr. K brings love and goodness to all she does. It is her love for others that serves as the fuel and the impact she in turn has on others. Simply put, Dr. K is all that. You don't know her, you should. She is straight goodness, and that comes from Mr. Peter Ferguson.
Pete, appreciate that, and well deserved. I've known Dr. Kassabaum for a lot of years, know my family for a lot of years. She's an amazing lady. We consider her family. Karen, keep changing lives and all that you're doing. Appreciate you. Folks, 80 Attitude Adjustment today is brought to you, as always, by Integrated Life Choices. IOC is hiring for direct support professionals all over the state of Nebraska, full-time, part-time days, evenings, and weekends. Help ensure meaningful life for the people you support and helping them achieve their hopes and dreams. Apply at IOC.net/careers. Something my father would always say to you guys. He would say, son, the best potential, the most wasted potential at times is found in the graveyard. Think about that for a second. He would always say, don't go to your grave with your music still in you. So whatever that thing you want to get done, folks, go do it. Make the trip, see the person, write the letter. Some of the most amazing talent is found in the graveyard. And Denzel Washington said this one time. He goes, I have a vision that when I'm on my deathbed, I don't want a bunch of ghosts at my bed of what I could have been. So, folks, go get that thing, whatever that thing may be for you. I got some things I'm working on different than radio. I'm still obviously doing radio, but the radio was something that was part of something. You know, Raff brings this up to me. I'm like, are you crazy? I'm not doing any radio, man. But you know what? I'm glad for this platform. This microphone is a privilege, and I appreciate DP and Becca and Mark and all, and Nick for teaching me how to do this thing. Raff for getting me into it. That's one thing that I said I would never would have done if I didn't stretch out my comfort zones. Folks, if you're comfortable, you're definitely underperforming. Go stretch yourself. Get uncomfortable. Do not allow your talent to go with you to the graveyard. Because the thing about it, folks, that dash, you have the date that you were born, the dash, and the day that you leave here that none of us know of. Don't let your dash be wasted. Pack it as much as you can. That's 80 Attitude Adjuster for the day. That's our show for the day. Tomorrow, we're definitely going to talk some NIL too.
Yeah, it's a Friday. It's a Friday.
It's a Friday. Friday.
Ooh, Ray with the text of the day. He'd rather listen to me than Credence.
But he spelled your name wrong.
Well, that's all right. I understand it.
To all you Texans, appreciate it. Raff, take us home.
Raff is such a hard name to spell.
That's Chris Raff 7 on Twitter. All right, everyone. Have a great day. We will talk to you later.
He couldn't help it.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
First, this Friday, come down to Beer House's grand opening as they show off their expansion to double the size of their building. The party starts at 3 p.m. with live polka music starting at 7. Big plans to head on over to Sideshow Spirits and Cider for the first annual Nebraska Whiskey Carnival. Enjoy Nebraska distilleries and their spirits, food vendors, and more. Event starts at 3 p.m. Buy your tickets ahead of time at SideshowSpirits.com.
Motor Food is Lincoln's hardest rocking food truck and cafe. Motor Food creates old school comfort food with a 21st century twist and lots of rock and roll attitude. Try the barbecue pulled pork mac and cheese, the grilled chicken Firebird sandwich, a 100% all beef split grilled hot dog, and any version of their funky fries. Stop by the cafe just behind Outback Steakhouse on 48th Street or catch the food truck out and about all spring and summer. Check out their menu, order carry out, or schedule catering at motorfoodtruck.com.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too.